Hello, God, can you hear me? Hi, my name is Maricela Cruz, and I am a storyteller. I am a child of God. I receive inspirational stories to share with you so you can know God more. I have written a book called Real Life Possibilities, and those stories are only a few of the many that He has given me. So I wanted to make this YouTube channel to just share some of the stories that will make you laugh and cry, or just feel at peace, or even feel a healing. And some at times may not be for you, but at least you know that God listens to everyone, to each heart that He knows that needs it at that moment. So today, my first story that I will be reading is about a young woman, and this is how it goes. There once was a young woman who always wanted acceptance. She always did her best to be polite and listen to all that was said to her. Sometimes she did not agree with what she heard, but kept quiet and listened. Every day she wanted to please God. She kept a journal and spoke to Him, and He in return would speak back. The young woman never wanted God to be angry or upset with her, so she tried to live her life according to the will of God. So many attacks came and went, and she stood her ground for God. It did not mean she did not have feelings, but what was said and done was done to help others. She did discern His will, making sure it was His gift. Every day, different tasks came about. Even though she feared at times, she would allow God to intervene, saying, "Let your will be done, not mine," praying for protection from Saint Michael, the archangel. God knew her love for him and his people. She never wanted anyone to turn against him or his will, so that they could have a direction that gave them peace and love for God like she had. One day, her worst fear came, and she could not go against God, and saw how God was wanting to heal one of His children. All got turned around, and this is where the young woman's heart was in turmoil. She thought about how this would affect her and those that she loved, but she stayed quiet, because what was done by God and God alone. How it hurt her, and was told the same for the other. How the non-understanding brought grief to both. How could this be correct? How could one see it was not at all what they thought? All she could do was pray and leave it in God's hands. The young woman continued to live her life, not knowing anything else, hoping one day all would change. The Lord saw how it took a toll on her, and how the enemy made it seem evil. God wished for it to end, and He did so. Both were healed, and God allowed them to have peace. God has always loved His children, and He has never separated us from each other. He brings goodness with love. He has. Everybody desires peace. Everybody wants peace, but sometimes our mind reminds us of certain things that cause us not to have it. So we must trust God. We must believe, and we must believe in the prayers that are asked. For God so loved the world that he gave us his only begotten Son, so that we may believe and will not perish, so that we could have eternal life. Be at peace, for if God wills it, he will give you the grace and all the good that goes with it. Peace, children of God. God shows favor to those whom he loves. God bless you.